Ah, questi sono i loghi che hanno già fatto vedere. Let's go. Non sono mai stato così contento di vedere un logo da Warner Bros. Vai Avalanche. I miei fratelli oggettivi, gli Avalanche Studios. Ho dovuto mettermi un asciugamano sotto il culo perché veramente ce la faccio.
Lumos.
Oh, guarda tutti gli effetti particellari. Oh, yes! Cazzo. Guarda i centauri. No, vabbè, i troll corazzati. Ma che cazzo dici? Vabbè, ragazzi, c'ho i brividi. No, vabbè. Potrei seriamente versare qualche lacrima. Guarda che imponente.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
Mamma mia. Quindi si baserà molto su questa questione.
Study magic and begin to solve these mysteries. You must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
Creazione personaggio.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the four
houses:
Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your
guarda che belle le case!
Guarda
la casa di sempreverde!
You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do.
Oddio, che bello!
You were starting Hogwarts late.
Sono tutte!
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending charms, defense against the dark arts, herbology, and potions classes, to name a few.
Class,
Waifu?
Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Pazza in culo sta qui.
Shall we begin? Welcome.
Ma che bella l'anatomia del troll, come l'uomo vitruviano.
In your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with a passion and rigor.
Io già li amo tutti i personaggi.
Challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Già la Nemesi così? Oh! Bello!
You may begin.
E mi ricorda i duelli che c'erano nella camera di segreti. Gli ha fatto il culo.
For a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries.
La signora Grassa!
You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways.
Ah? Wow!
As well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind.
Ma guarda che figata! Vabbè ragazzi, cioè qua ci passerò, cioè ci perdo la
You may
vita.
even find yourself in iconic locations.
La cucina!
Able to
L'abbiamo detto prima! Guarda che belli! Waifu? Oh, il bagno dei prefetti?
It's the late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not
Che
be.
bella!
However, you may recognize a few faces.
Guarda Nick!
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them.
Sempre con la caccia dei senza testa.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches
Professor
and wizards
Ruff?
in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum. One's designed to help you catch up with the other fifth years at your own speed.
Ah beh, giustamente perché tu parti al quinto anno, quindi devi fare le lezioni di recupero. Quidditch? Ecco qua i dungeon. Guarda che bello, cazzo.
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Beh, giustamente i goblin. Le guerre tra goblin e maghi sono al centro della storia antica.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins,
sono tipo
and sinister
corrotti.
witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Interessante. Non mi ha fatto impazzire l'animazione della sua bocca. Vabbè, lascia perdere l'animazione della bocca. Vabbè, ma che cazzo di figata. Hanno usato tutto il budget per i ponti che si ricreano. Ecco perché fanno anche le animazioni della bocca. Oh, il fiore incantato.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including
Madonna.
casting curses, stunning
Get
spells,
good.
enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly,
interessante.
others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells
Guarda che
and
figo che sta
direct
usando
weapon
il
strikes.
protego.
Counterattack with powerful stunning charms.
No, devo fare il
allowing you to
parry?
follow up with extended spell combinations.
Interessante.
Students who
Sembra
become
molto
particularly adept at
interessante.
spellcasting will find many ways to exploit
Ah sì,
their
vedi che ha fatto il
enemy's
dodge?
weakness.
Ma vabbè, che figata però. Bellissimo con la spada. Stupendo. Ok, la libertà del combattimento mi piace.
Roast with Incendio. Devastate your enemies using various finishes.
Ah, le
You can
finishes,
even use the
guarda.
mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes.
Quindi vedremo anche incantesimi nuovi, perché noi abbiamo questa magia
Dozens of
antica.
spells will let you define
Bravi.
your combat style. On your path to become the ultimate
Cazzo, che
duelist.
figata, mi piace. Nelle meccaniche forse è un po' legnoso il combattimento, ma a livello di idea mi piace. Oh yo, ops.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time.
In
Balance
addition to
abilities,
classes
ecco.
and spells,
Ah, guarda
you'll
Devi,
have access
guys.
to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your
stealth?
progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing
Dio,
talents
che
to upgrade your
bello, cazzo,
spells,
un RPG
plants,
nel mondo
and
di Harry
potions
Potter.
to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to
che
allow you
figo,
to
che
focus
puoi
on
anche
your
fare
favorite types of
stealth.
magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded
Quindi c'è
and
il
specialized
crafting.
to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Bello. Super, super interessante.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your
Che
power
figo.
when you need a boost.
Bello che tanto che tiene la
Magical
pozione in
plants to
mano.
mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay.
No, vabbè, ma che bello. Puoi fare le pozioni
You can
in
even
modo che
unleash
ti
deadly
aiutano.
mandrake seedlings to incapacitate.
No, la
unsuspecting
mandragola, ma
enemies.
che cazzo dici?
In Beast class,
che
you will learn
bello.
about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school
Ma
and
che
as you explore the
carino.
world surrounding the castle.
Ma che bello, ma
and
c'è
its
proprio cura
grounds.
delle creature
The goal of
magiche.
today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Learning and mastering broomflight
Ti
is
prego,
highly
fammi volare
recommended
sugli
so that you
dimmi,
may travel
fammi
around
vedere
the
che si può
world
volare sugli
quickly.
ippogrifi.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Ecco i companions.
Some
Ecco.
abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions.
Quello che dicevamo prima, yes.
And over time, you'll learn their stories.
Ok, sì, il sistema di companion.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts,
Ah, che
connecting
bello.
with them more easily than with humans.
What happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
C'è Pix, ragazzo!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy. Doublefix cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality,
Vabbè,
the
ragazzi.
You'll
Goti,
meet these
Goti
students
2022
more
solo
as you
per
explore
Pix.
common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
La stanza delle necessità?
the room of requirement.
Ah. Cosa sarà?
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
È
You're introduced to this space
personalizzabile?
that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you. Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Io mi ammazzo. Io mi ammazzo.
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
Puoi allevare le creature magiche, ho capito bene?
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality.
Che cazzo stai dicendo? Che cazzo stai dicendo? Che cazzo stai dicendo? Ma che cazzo stai dicendo?
Not everything you need
C'è
on your journey is
l'housing!
available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Vabbè, ma
From
io...
ingredients and recipes,
Ma a me sta per partire la vena nel
seeds for magical
collo.
plants, to all sorts of gear.
Vabbè, ragazzi. L'attesa è stata ricompensata.
Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts.
Vabbè,
You must avoid them or defeat them.
vabbè.
As you
Insomma.
explore,
Dai,
you'll
cioè,
find
bello.
the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the
Cazzo,
sky
anche le
with lightning
stagioni.
or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical
Ci credo che
puzzles
ci hanno
that
messo
may very well have been
77
designed
anni,
by
c'è
Merlin
tutto in sto
himself
gioco.
when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside
che
the
cazzo
castle
stai
walls.
dicendo?
Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of
Timon
poachers
Calvo.
and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of
I
Requirement.
Destral. Vabbè,
But
ragazzi.
there are dangers beyond your
La Gringot?
understanding in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also
Cazzo.
untold rewards.
Cazzo.
Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Sì! Yes!
Master spell.
Yes! Fammi ammazzarla te, sì! Dammi la vada che davra! Sì!
You've never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long
Let's
forgotten
fucking
mysteries.
go!
Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world.
Dana troia.
Here in Hogwarts Legacy.
Holiday 2022, quindi esce Natale. Fanculo, speravo prima. Però va bene, almeno è quest'anno.
That was your first extended look at Hogwarts Legacy. Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
Io non ho parole. Io non ho... Che muda Natale con la neve ad Hogwarts.
The passion and the love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this.
Adesso rivediamo tutto con calma, però voglio vedere cosa dicono anche gli sviluppatori.
They've dreamed of for 20 years.
Dio mio. Wow, che bello. Io artbook comprato subito. Prima del gioco compro l'artbook.
All we had to do was harness those elements and build a game out of it.
Povero
The movies and the books, they all touched me in such a way that it makes me want to go to experience Hogwarts, makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
No, aspetta, qua poi devo andare frame by frame qua. Qua bisogna andare frame by... Voglio vedere tutto voglio vedere.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with,
devo vedere sto video a velocità 0.25.
Really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize.
Madonna.
Is really just the perfect.
Non devo neanche farmi il seghino prima di andare a letto perché questo basta e avanza. Incredibile.
Just the discovery of like seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
You've got all these elements that can come together to create
no, io sono seriamente senza parole.
Open world action RPG.
Io sono senza parole.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be
prego,
enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts.
Basta che vada bene. Io voglio adesso devo solo farlo andare fluido. Ultimo step, che sia giocabile.
Black Lake if I start traveling south, and we just felt like we had to answer those questions. We were creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, you know, in the Wizarding
Però
world.
sta cosa della casa mi fa
impazzire. Make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding world from, you know, the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of
raccontare quello che
create
vogliono.
a space that's their own. Fans of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we start with a new feature, we dig into that. And then beyond, we would go into the films.
Quindi sono ispirati cioè per qualsiasi cosa sono ispirati ai libri e ai film, come è giusto che sia.
Being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before, the Hufflepuff common room.
Sì, perché non si è mai vista.
As a Hufflepuff, you always wondered, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize.
Bisognerà fare 4 run, ragazzi, una per casa.
Recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway. I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new Wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
Wow.
When people engage in the Wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we
Se
really
non ci
felt
sono le
like that
cioccolane
answer
non lo
was Hogwarts
compro.
itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
Sì, mi sa che lo prenderò su Play 5 perché su PC non so quanto sarà ottimizzato.
Because as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're going to have to walk it.
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
We recreate those very important locations, and then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to, and we have to make the connective tissue that brings all that together.
Having a world that is a breathing, living world is very hard to do because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission.
Si vola sull'ippogrifo, A me sembrava molto libero,
Because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this,
Gli spettatori ci sono, tra l'altro.
170.000
spettatori, sta minchia,
We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts
Meglio del
Legacy
sesso,
State of
ma
Play.
veramente.
Our team
Ma veramente.
is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
That's our show. We hope you're excited for the magic to come. See you next time.
Per la prima volta usciamo da uno State of Play senza sentirci scammati. Allora, non pensavo che l'avrei detto, ma ha superato le mie aspettative, cioè proprio oltre ogni mia rosea aspettativa. Cioè proprio... io mi sarei... io delle mie... Cioè, mentre mi immaginavo come sarebbe andato lo State of Play, io ho detto, avrei pensato che se mi davano forse il 25% delle cose che hanno mostrato qui, sarei stato contento. E invece, cazzo se hanno mostrato. Adesso tocca fare l'analisi. Oltre ogni previsione, esatto, ora tocca fare l'analisi.